Hey, welcome to the Empowered and Free podcast. My name is Erin Kimbrell, and I'm a counselor, certified life coach, breathwork coach, and small town mom of two. I know firsthand what it feels like to live with high functioning anxiety. For most of my life, I had so much mental mess, anxiety, people pleasing, perfectionism, overthinking, constant worrying, and never feeling good enough. On my decade-long journey to feeling better, I've learned how to take back my life from high-functioning anxiety and helped others to do the same through my coaching and breathwork programs. Now I want to share everything I know with you. This podcast will help you feel empowered over your high-functioning anxiety and free to finally live the life of your dreams. Now, grab a cup of coffee, get comfy, and dive into the episode. I'm Erin Kimbrell, and this is the Empowered and Free podcast. Hey, friend. All right, today we are talking about how to break free from anxiety and what that even means. Is it even possible for you to live a life free from anxiety? Let's get into it. I want to start by saying, number one, you may hear my wind chimes outside. It is a beautiful sunny day here, and those wind chimes are just ringing. Disregard that. You may also hear my cat. She has lost her mind. I'm not sure if she found the catnip or what's up, but she is all over the place too. Normal life things. I'm not editing them out. It will be what it is. Let's talk about what it really means to break free from anxiety. How you could actually feel. That's what I want you to figure out today. Is it even possible to feel that way? Let's start with a basic concept that I want you to understand the difference. A life free from anxiety does not mean an anxiety-free life. Let me say that again. A life where you feel free from anxiety does not mean an anxiety-free life. Is it even possible to have an anxiety-free life? If you ask me, anxiety is a normal human emotion. We all at some point in time feel the effects of anxiety. My husband, who is pretty chill, he really doesn't get worked up about too much. He lives a pretty stress-free life. He's living the cush life. That's what I call it. What I mean by that is he has a job he loves. He does his hobbies. He has a great time with his friends. He just really overall is a pretty stress-free guy. Definitely does not struggle with anxiety. Are there moments in his life when he feels anxious? Yes, there are, because anxiety is a normal human emotion. There are even times when anxiety can be helpful for us, right? Anxiety is, remember, that alarm. We talked about this in episode 14. Anxiety is that alarm system inside to tell us when something is wrong, when we don't feel safe, when something could hurt us or get us, because the brain's job is survival. The brain is trying to help you survive, okay? So anxiety should be turned on when we're in a situation that could be harmful to us, and it can be helpful then. I don't want you to have the expectation that you'll live a life anxiety free. You will never experience anxiety again. However, you can and will feel free from your anxiety. What I mean by that is the grip that anxiety has on you right now, you can feel free from that. You can feel like that ball and chain that you've been carrying around, dragging you around behind you for your whole life, or as long as you've experienced anxiety, you can break that chain. You can feel free from that anxiety. Anxiety doesn't get to control your life anymore. It doesn't have the power. You have the power. You are in control. This is why I created my program, Empowered and Free from Anxiety, because I want you to feel empowered over your anxiety and free to live the life of your dreams. When you feel empowered over anxiety, you know that you get to choose your thoughts. You choose your thoughts like you choose your clothes. This is a concept that I love teaching. If you put on an outfit at the beginning of the day and you hated the way it looked on you, you didn't feel good in it, what would you do? Would you wear that outfit the whole day? Heck no, right? We would change our clothes faster than we could even think about it. And you would put on something that helped you feel good. You get to choose your thoughts in the same way. If a thought enters your mind and you go, oh, don't like that, don't feel good, feel anxious, feel stressed, feel overwhelmed, doubting myself, hating myself, whatever it is, you get to say, oh, let me change this. I don't believe this. This thought is not true. Our thoughts are not facts. Our thoughts are just simply thoughts. So you choose your thoughts just like you choose your clothes for the day. And that, my friend, is the freedom that I'm talking about. And this freedom can come in the form of my program, Empowered and Free from Anxiety. I can tell you, I have seen nothing like this anywhere on the internet. People are not teaching this content. People are teaching you how to manage your anxiety, which is wrong. People are teaching you how to cope with your anxiety. And coping skills can be great. They can be helpful, but they're not the end all be all. If you're just constantly dealing with that anxiety that's at the surface, you're always going to feel anxious. What I teach you inside of Empowered and Free is how to heal your anxiety at the root. So when you heal that anxiety at the root, when you go back and look and say, when was this anxiety created in my life? Why do I actually feel anxious? What is causing my alarm system to go off all the time when it actually doesn't need to go off? Remember, I shared that example in episode 14 where I talk about that. My alarm system in my house doesn't go off when my cats walk by. When you heal that anxiety at the root, and your alarm system isn't always going off, and you've actually found this baseline of safety, of peace, of calm, then you feel less anxious every single day, every single day. And that is the gold. And that is what people are not teaching because people don't know how to teach that. Maybe people haven't even experienced that themselves. I shared in episode 1 my story, how I was a counselor before I became a coach. And when I was in school to become a counselor, this is not what we were taught. So I just want to shed a little bit of light on that. Oftentimes, what our therapists and our counselors are taught is how to manage anxiety, how to cope with anxiety, and the fact that you're stuck with it forever. And I have a different alternative for you. I have a different option. So, are you going to choose this option, or are you going to continue to just do a lot of work to manage your anxiety, to deal with it every single day, to just try to keep it without breaking the surface so you can make it through one more day? That's a rough life. I've lived that life. And I want you to feel less anxious every single day. So that is one big way that you will know that you've actually broken free from that anxiety. It is absolutely possible for you. The second way that you'll know that you've broken free from your anxiety is because you'll have a step-by-step proven process to use if you have an anxious moment. Remember what I just said, anxiety is normal. Anxious moments are going to come, you're going to work through them, and then they're going to go. And that's exactly what I want you to learn. That's why the first part of Empowered and Free from Anxiety is teaching you how to use the right tools for anxiety. And I teach you this in the form of 4 different steps, which again, I'll break it down all in Empowered and Free from Anxiety. But 2 of the big ones are using mindset tools. So we're going to deal with the mind, right? A lot of anxious thoughts come from the mind. So how can we work with the mind? Teach the mind, hey, that alarm doesn't need to be going off. How can we help you take that anxious thought and flip it on its head? How can we allow you to see it for what it really is? Simply a thought, not a fact, not the truth, not reality, but simply a thought. So the mindset tools will help you do exactly that. And I'll also teach you body-based tools, somatic practices, how you can get within your body. How can you let your body calm down? How can you regulate your nervous system? How can you find, like I mentioned, that peace and calm within? It is there, but how can you learn to access it more frequently, more easily, and return to your baseline of safety, peace, and calm, like I talked about, when you heal that anxiety at the root. So breaking free from your anxiety is absolutely possible. It's 1,000% possible for you. And when you join Empowered and Free from Anxiety, you will do exactly that. You will know the step-by-step process to use the right tools when you're anxious, and you will get to the root of your anxiety to heal from within so that you feel less anxious every single day. When you do these things, this is the good part. When you do these things, you put in the work, you begin to live your life as that carefree version of yourself that you used to be. Do you know how often I hear that from people? I just wish that I felt like I used to feel. I wish I could be that version of myself again. She is in there. She has just had that alarm turned on a little bit too high, and she just needs to be taught how to calm it down, how to tune it a little bit. That's what I'll teach you so that you can find that fun, free, happy, light, carefree version of yourself again. You'll know you've broken free from anxiety when you find yourself releasing a little bit of that control. Who's a control freak in here? Anyone? Anyone other than me? I'll tell you, I had the tightest grip on life that I've probably ever seen. I wanted to plan every single step of my life out. I always say that I hate secrets. I hate surprises. I want to know what's coming. And that all came from that part of me that just wanted to control. Inside of Empowered and Free, I'll teach you all about your protectors, and the controller is a big one. Almost every single person that I've worked with who struggles with anxiety has this controller part of us. And that controller part of you amps your anxiety way up. It keeps that death grip on life. It wants you to keep that death grip on life because the controller inside of you believes that if you can control, you can plan everything out, you'll be safe, you'll be okay, you know exactly what's coming. Let that sink in for a minute. The controller was truly ruling my life, and maybe the controller's ruling yours too. So when you break free from your anxiety, you'll feel yourself learn to release a little bit of control, maybe even to surrender. I laugh because I hear this over and over. Man, all I needed to do was learn to surrender. I'm like, yeah, me too. I tell my clients this when I was learning all this information for myself, I listened to the same meditation every single night for 6 months. And this meditation was all about surrendering to the flow of life, releasing control, and trusting that everything was working out exactly as it should. Now, that's truly what I believe because I have worked to create that belief for myself, and you'll do the same thing. Another way you will know that you're free from your anxiety is that you'll actually be present in the moment. If you listen to my last episode, episode 17, What Anxiety is Stealing from You, I talked about how we have lost so many moments of our life to anxiety. Anxiety's taken those. We're constantly in our head, right? And we weren't where our body is, where our feet are, and present in this moment. Unfortunately, the hard truth is that we can't get that time back. That time's already gone. What you can do is from this moment forward, promise yourself that you're not going to lose any more time to anxiety. You're going to come back and you're going to be present for all of those little moments in life, the moments that truly matter. A big way that you will know that you are free from your anxiety is you will actually feel confident to go for your dreams, to go for those goals, to go for all of the things that you've let fear hold you back from doing. I'm sure that just like me, you have those secrets that you haven't shared with people. You've been too scared to tell them what you really want to do in your life. Maybe it's a complete 180 from what you're doing right now, but that fear, that self-doubt is holding you back big time. When you're able to check the mind, to notice when those thoughts are coming up, to notice when that anxiety alarm is going off, and then realize, wait, I don't believe that alarm anymore. I don't listen to the fear. I don't trust that doubting myself is actually the way I want to go anymore. That is when you can step out with courage, with bravery, one step at a time towards the life you want to live. It's so good. I cannot even tell you guys how many changes I've seen in the women I've worked with when they learn to take back their life from anxiety. I've seen people leave jobs that weren't serving them, leave jobs that treated them like crap. Also leave relationships, even marriages where they weren't having their needs met, even though they finally figured out what their needs were. They communicated those needs and the other person could not give them what they wanted. Maybe that other person was treating them in a way that was so far past their new personal boundaries, and they knew that they deserved better. So they created better. They left those relationships and those jobs that were holding them back. I've seen people gather so much confidence and courage that they've moved across the country. I've seen people step into their self-worth in friendships and family relationships to say, I'm not accepting this anymore. This is not okay with me. So I hope what you see is it goes so much deeper than just anxiety. Anxiety is like the tip of the iceberg of what we actually get to uncover within ourselves. And one of the biggest things that I want you to uncover in yourself is that knowingness that you are good exactly as you are. You are enough, you are worthy, and you should feel proud of who you are exactly as you are in this moment, not with a change, not as a different version of you, but you are worthy exactly as you are right now. That belief within yourself is worth more than money could ever buy. And if there is one thing that I could say I want to help people feel, it's not just I want to teach people how to feel less anxious. It's actually that I want you to feel worthy. I want you to feel good enough exactly as you are. That is the thing that really lights me up, that keeps me up at night, just dreaming, planning, hoping, preparing my programs for you. The woman who is ready to do all of this and more. The woman who is ready to feel confident, to feel joyful, to feel excited, to have energy back in your life. The woman who is ready to feel carefree, to feel relaxed, and to feel good enough in her own skin exactly as she is. You are the woman I'm speaking to because you are me and I was you. I know what it feels like to be in your shoes. And I know what it feels like to be in my shoes right here and now. And that's what I'm doing, reaching out my hand, offering you the chance to grab it and to come step in my shoes and feel free from your anxiety for once and for all. This is the best gift I could ever offer you. So grab my hand, let's go, hop in, empowered and free from anxiety, and finally break free from anxiety. As of today, March 14th, enrollment for Empowered and Free from Anxiety is open, but only for a few more days, guys. Enrollment closes on March 17th. So if you're listening in real time, check it out. Go to erinkimbrell.com/free to get all the details, to jump in. There are only 20 spots, and I hate to tell you how many are already taken, but we're at the halfway mark. I know that you do not want to miss this chance to join us and to feel free from your anxiety. I'm going to play you a little bit of information about Empowered and Free. As you're listening, if you have any questions, you know what to do. Find me on social media. All my links are below in the podcast show notes. Send me an email. My email address is there. Everything you could need is right at your fingertips. So stop overthinking. Trust yourself for once. Trust yourself to make the right choice for you and join us in Empowered and Free from Anxiety. I'd love to have you there. Friend, I know you're tired of anxiety controlling your life. You're tired of that tight grip that it seems to have on you. You're tired of letting anxiety hold you back from the life you want to live. I know that your deepest fears, worries, and regrets keep you up at night. I know that you constantly think you're a failure. I know that you beat yourself up every single time you make a mistake. And I even know about those worst case scenario thoughts that flood your brain all the time. You can't seem to turn off that part of you that is always overthinking a situation, always planning, always controlling and perfecting. And I know you're tired of believing all of those negative thoughts running rampant in your head every single day. Well, I think I have a solution that could help. Empowered and Free from Anxiety will help you take back your one and only precious life from anxiety. You'll finally learn how to feel less anxious, how to live your life as that carefree version of yourself that you used to be. You'll learn how to release control, how to be present, how to be mindful in those little moments in life that you can't get back. You'll have energy, joy, excitement again for life. And you'll finally go for those secret goals that you've been too scared to share with anyone else. You'll feel confident in yourself. You'll feel proud of who you are, and you'll know you're good enough exactly as you are. And that's all because of the step-by-step process that you'll learn inside of Empowered and Free from Anxiety to take back your life. I created this program as a way to help people who are where I once was. People who are ready to feel better, people who are tired of struggling with high-functioning anxiety. The Empowered and Free program will help you finally learn how to feel free from your anxiety. And here's how we do it. I'll walk you through a simple step-by-step process that will help you take action against your anxiety without the overwhelm. I break down exactly how to heal your anxiety into bite-sized pieces. I walk you through my proven method that will help you know exactly what to do if you have an anxious thought. And I do all of this by teaching you the right tools for your anxiety. When you finish Empowered and Free from Anxiety, you'll leave with a toolbox of tools, and you'll feel confident on how and when exactly to use them. But even deeper than that, I teach you how to get to the root of your anxiety to heal from those things that caused you to feel anxious in the first place. What happens here is you feel a baseline of peace, calm, safety from within, so that anxiety doesn't have that control over you that it once had. And as a result, you feel lighter, happier, and relaxed. This program was created with you in mind. I promise you, I know you're busy. I am too. We don't have time to waste. You don't have years in therapy trying to figure out why you're anxious. You need something that's to the point, that's concise, and that is effective. I know you want to see that difference in your life fast, and that's exactly what I deliver inside of Empowered and Free from Anxiety. Let's get into the nitty-gritty. The doors open March 13th through March 17th, 2023. And our first session is on March 19th. Let's get going, right? There are only 20 spots, so make sure you get in first if this is right for you. If you're ready to follow a simple step-by-step process that's proven to help you feel less anxious. If you're ready to live life as that carefree version of yourself again, and if you're ready to finally enjoy this one and only beautiful life that we have as that happier, lighter, more relaxed version of you, then make sure you join us. Do not miss this opportunity. I'm honestly not sure when I'm going to open up this again, and so you need to hop in if this is calling to you. Here's the reality, my friend. You could be living a life with less anxiety by the summertime. Who doesn't want that, right? If you are ready to join us, if you want to get in as soon as you can, head to erinkimbrell.com/free to claim one of those 20 spots. I am here for you all the way. I am rooting for you. I am ready for you to live a life with less anxiety. And I cannot wait to have you inside of Empowered and Free from Anxiety. I'll see you soon. Hey, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. You don't know how much it means to me. If you'd like more behind the scenes content, inspiration, and daily reminders that encourage and uplift you, follow me on Instagram at @HeyErinKimbrell and send me a DM to say hey. If any of the episodes have been super helpful for you, please consider leaving me a review on Apple Podcast, Spotify, or wherever you like to listen. It helps me so incredibly much, and it allows the podcast to be seen by other people who need it. If you want to learn more from me, head to erinkimbrell.com. That's where you'll find all my free resources, read the podcast show notes, and learn more information about my online coaching and breathwork programs that help you create the life you want. If you want to keep the conversation going from today's episode, join us in our exclusive podcast Facebook community, Empowered and Free, Help for High Functioning Anxiety. I'm here for you, and I'm always cheering you on. I'll see you next time. I'm Erin Kimbrell, and this is the Empowered and Free podcast.